everybody, Shane here again. Yesterday I did a video lesson on Yellow Ledbetter by Pearl Jam, and in doing so it got me to thinking about songs that everyone knows that are a lot of fun to play and a lot of fun to jam to and really easy to learn. Now, one of my all-time favorite guitar players, as you can see on the wall behind me here, is Jimi Hendrix. My good friend Devin, by the way, painted that for me. It's absolutely fantastic. Well, one of Jimi Hendrix's songs that's very fun to play and really easy to learn, surprisingly, to learn a basic version of it, of course, is Hey Joe. Hey Joe is a really good song. It's going to be in the key of E minor, and today I'm going to go over the chords, the progressions, and I'm even going to show you how to throw some lead lines in there too, so you can get together with your friends and jam on a Hendrix song. Sound like fun? Let's get into it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you the chords that we're going to use and the progression, and we're going to get right into it. There's only 5 chords in this song. They're all majors. I'll assume you know them because they're very common. If you don't know them, check out a site like chordfind.com. It won't have everything you need, but it will have a lot. The chords we're going to use are C major, G major, D major, A major, and E major. Okay? There's basically 2 halves of this progression equal in length. Half 1 is C, G, D, and A, each getting 2 strokes down. We're just going to do downstrokes to start. The second half of the progression is E major, getting 8 strokes down. So the E is actually going to be equal in length to the first 4 chords. So let's do the first half with 2 strokes down apiece, C, G, D, and A. Then we'll do E with 8 strokes down. Here we go. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to show you a quick strum pattern. You should definitely feel free to make up your own. You don't have to follow this one. This is just kind of a general idea of how it goes. Also, I'm going to take a moment to note Hendrix plays tuned a half step down. So if you want to play along with the recording, if you want to sound like him, you're going to have to tune all your strings down a half a step. But I usually just skip that. This is a lot easier on the guitar to play an E instead of an E flat. Anyway, here's the strum pattern I go. Here we go. Okay, now let me show you that lick real quick, which is just a lick that's going to make it sound a little more authentic. When you play the E, he's going to hammer on from open to the first fret on the G string, and then we're also going to do hammer on to the 3rd fret on the B string and pull off to open. Okay, see if we can see. We're going to hammer on from open to the 1st fret on the G string. We're also going to hammer on to the 3rd fret of the B string and pull off. It's going to sound like this. Okay, try it again. Okay, awesome. That's pretty much it. That's going to make it sound a little more authentic. Here in a second we'll get into the lead lines that you may throw in, okay? Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you the E minor pentatonic scale in the open and 12th position, and basically I'm going to set you free to jam on it. It's going to be a real easy scale to learn. I'm going to give you box pattern number 1, and this should flow real freely over the chord changes, and you should feel free to experiment, especially adding bends and slides and just general slurs is what they're referred to. I'm going to start showing it to you in the 12th fret. I'll assume you're playing an electric guitar. You can also do this on an acoustic. It can be difficult to get up this high sometimes on an acoustic because of the body. But I'll show it to you open as well, which will, obviously you can play it on either there. So we're going to go to the 12th fret here. This is how it's going to go. I'm just going to count the numbers off. We're going to go from the low E, the heaviest string, all the way up to the high E. It's going to be 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. I'm going to play it again. You can follow along. Now I'm going to show you that scale in the open position. Okay, now, let's see, our nut here, when we play something open, we can really think of it as just being barred completely across there at 0, okay? That's what the nut's doing. So, if you remember, all of the strings had 12 in the pattern. So it's like we're barring across at 12. So we're just going to move that down. It's going to be like we're barring across at 0, meaning we're going to go, count it off again, starting on the low E, open, 3, open, 2, open, 2, open, 2, open, 3, open, 3. Okay, I'm going to play it through again, follow along. And just like that, you should be able to jam to Hey Joe. Real simple song to learn, a lot of fun. We'll go over the intro at another time. It's not very difficult, but the techniques are maybe a little outside of this lesson. But start jamming on Hey Joe with your friends. Remember C, G, D, A, E. All majors.